Hello. So somebody asked me to do an art tutorial on a deer drawing, which I have that drawing right. It was taped to my wall, but it's right here. And somebody asked me to do a tutorial on it, and I was like, why not? So that's what I'll do today. I've never made a YouTube video before besides YouTube Shorts, so sorry if it's trash, but actually, wait, let me fix the angle real quick. There, okay. So here we go, I guess. So first I start with a circle for the head, and I make 2 lines right here. So then it will map out the face, and then I do a line for the neck and shoulders, and then a circle, and I put the arms, these 2 lines will be arms, where I would want them. So if I were to draw someone going like, I don't know, with their arms up, I'd do it like that. And then after that, I do this for the hips, and then since it's a horse person, or a deer person, then I would go like this for the deer body, and then straight lines for the legs. And then after that, you can erase it. I'll leave it a little bit less erased because I don't know how it will show up on camera, if you could still see it or not, but I would fully erase it. You can still see the lines a little bit because it's pencil, so it indents, but it'll just come out better if you fully erase it, kind of. And then I grab a pencil that is the lightest that I have, which would be this one, and I start with the face. So I make a line here, the line here. This might be kind of sloppy because I'm trying not to show my face on camera at the same time, so sorry if it doesn't look the best, but I'll try. And then I draw a neck like that, and you'll see like right here would be the end of the jaw. Then whenever you draw a neck here, you take a dip in, because then you draw this part, which is a bone. Then same on this side, and like that. Then you draw the shoulders, and men typically have this, but they have a kind of a circle here. But if you're more bony, then sometimes you will also have this if you're a woman or feminine. You take basically a circle, you would go like this, and then off that circle you just kind of round out, so then it would be kind of like that, instead of just going straight like this. But like that. And then you start drawing the chest, and since the person is leaning a certain way, you would draw this part a little bit more like that. I guess I don't really know how to explain it the best, but okay, here. And then since the person's arms are going in, you want to draw this little, because whenever you put your arm out, you can't see it because I'm wearing a sweater, but you have kind of this thing, I guess, I don't know, that goes like that, and then here would be the hand right there. But sorry if this is kind of boring to watch. I know that not a lot of people are probably going to be watching this, so probably does not matter. But then I would just draw a circle here because it's a horse or a deer person. And then you would draw, since I had to look at a deer to do this, so I kind of forgot how I did it, but since I drew a circle here, then you would go like that, and off of here, and then you don't need to add the details right away. Like, whenever animals tend to have this, basically a circle right where the joint starts, because when they're running, it, I guess, helps, and we don't really have that. So you just curve off of here. That's too big. Here. So go like that. I'm drawing the back leg right now, and then if you ever have looked at a goat leg, they kind of look like that. Most animals have kind of that type of leg. I won't color this version. I might make another video of me coloring it, but I don't think I will, because I don't know how this will turn out. This video might not even come out because it might be really bad. So then you go, I usually try and make a line so that it's all symmetrical. I can't really tell. Let me line it up to the table and see if it's straight. And then try and make it so then these two legs are around the same length. And the back two, like on this, there's tape at the back of this, but these two need to be also the same, but they need to be a little bit like further behind the front legs. And then just go, I probably should take the tape off of that. Just go like this. And it's kind of a weird shape for a leg, but that's what animals have. And then like that is both legs, these two. And then you need to draw the stomach, which deer have more of a rounded stomach, while dogs have this kind of stomach more, instead of just a circle or a half circle type thing. And you don't need to add the fluff yet, because that part won't even come till like later. And then those are just the details. And then the back legs, you need to draw everything a little bit above the other like legs, and make them, you have to try and make them symmetrical, which is kind of hard and difficult, worst part, but once you practice, then it's easier. Make it like that, and then you don't need to draw way back. Sorry if I'm not talking the most at this point, I'm trying to focus and they'll be the same. There. I don't think I need this anymore, but just in case, I'll leave it there. And then you can draw tail. Make it as big and fluffy as you like. I like to draw my animals very fluffy and cute, so normally I draw features like a chest tuft or tails kind of bigger, because I feel like it makes it look a little bit more cute. And then add the deer spots, and then after that, I normally don't, I try to draw the face first, but sometimes I forget. So you can draw, yep, it's still on the camera, good. Okay, you can draw the face. I tried to draw the eyes first. I normally forget. But there's a couple different types of eye shapes, and for this one, I'm trying to do more of an almond shape, like cartoony. And then I draw the little nose, which I normally just do a line, and then the mouth. And then this one has eyelashes, so I go like that. Normally I do it more flowy, but I'm trying to do it a little bit slower. And then I kind of wait to draw the pupils because I don't know exactly like what type, where they're gonna go yet. But since I know because I'm drawing this from a different picture, I can just copy them. And I put them in that photo down here, like that. And then, here. Next, I would draw the ears, and I also like to draw the ears pretty big. And you can draw a little tuft in the ears too. Like that. And this is just kind of a rough sketch of it. Then you would draw the hair. So if you want to draw curly hair, which is what's in this photo, you try and do if you draw a squiggle, you want to draw the squiggle simultaneously on the other side. If I'm saying that word right. And then it will look kind of more like a curl, I guess. And then do that on the other side. And then kind of just keep doing that until the hair is done. Next would be the fur and the hooves. I forgot to do the hooves too. So the hooves, since it depends on where they're facing. If you want to make one like facing, wait, can you even see that? Nope, you can't. Okay, if you want to make it facing the front, like front view, then you would draw it like this. But if you want it to be facing a different view, just like, then you would draw it like this, or just different angles all look different. And gonna make that straight. And make it the same on the other side. Oh, that's not the same length. Make a line again of where you want it to be. So then it kind of looks more, I guess, better. Like that. This is all kind of just a rough sketch, so sorry. But it won't be this messy in the end product. Just, it will be kind of this messy in this video because I am just doing the rough sketch, otherwise this video would be really long. But I'll need to check the time, and maybe if it's not that long, then I might do inking, but I don't know, because I can't really check the time right now. Okay, now to move on to hair. So on the legs, or fur, I guess. On the legs, you would more draw where the points are, where the sharp ends are. I would draw it kind of more like, if it were more realistic, then you would probably draw like that, but all of the hairs would go in the same direction, I guess. Because that's what I've noticed on animals, how it kind of all goes similar. Like that. And then, since there's a sharp edge right here, do it right there too. And there's not really any other sharp edges. And then you erase the line inside. And sorry if I'm talking too quiet. I don't really know how loud I'm supposed to be. And you draw like that, and just go over those lines again, so then because you probably erased where it went. And then just kind of draw, I guess, like random lumps in the leg, I guess you would say. And also draw the bottom apart because the fur would not connect to the hoof. Like this. There. And then maybe some up here. Okay, and then, oh, there's still a line right here. Oops. Okay, now draw a line like this, because since the torso is moving a little bit, it would create a little bit of a line. And then you would draw the stomach, because that's tan and it'd be the same color as this probably. And then draw at this point, don't draw it completely like just a thick line. Make it fade out because the body is connected to it. It's not connected like Lego bricks. It connects and fades into the body. As you can see right here, it fades in instead of just like a straight line. It looks more like it's one creature and not two. So you draw kind of a line that fades out. And then the horns are the last part. I kind of forgot to do those. And you just draw little kind of squigglies, I guess. And any finishing details that you might find, you can also draw those. Oh, and little random fluff, because it's not just like, it does have fur, so you gotta draw some of that. And then I think it's done. And then you would just ink it and color it. This is what it looks like inked and colored. So thank you for watching if anybody made it to the end. Thank you, and maybe there might be another video. Bye!